Hello everyone, this is Melanie from Melanie B's Creative Studio, and I have a beautiful canvas by numbers painting to show you today. Well, I hope it's beautiful because it's a custom, and it took me a hot minute to decide what photograph to have rendered into a painting. And I let my husband kind of decide, you know, which group of photos we should select from, and then I had my friend Reed help me choose one out of my bridal photos. So I sent her several and she helped me narrow it down based on lighting and this and that and the other. So this was a selection that she made and I went with. So I hope you guys will agree that this was a good choice, because it is very difficult to show the world your bridal photos, at least one of them anyway. So I will put the picture of what this will be right here. So yeah, that's awkward. Okay, so I did my own bridal photo shoot, and you heard me right. I didn't take the pictures, but what happened is my wedding photographer ran out of time. We didn't have time to do a bridal shoot. So after my honeymoon, I came back, put my dress on, did my own makeup again. I did my own hair, the whole 9 yards. Went back to the location. One of my best friends, I borrowed a camera because my camera got broken on my honeymoon. I was a photographer for years. So we went and did the entire setup. I did all the shots that I wanted to do. My friend came up with some shots as well, and that's where these pictures came from. It's very rare that I find photos that I like of myself, but it may even be more difficult to actually paint a photo of myself. But this one was offered to me by Canvas by Numbers, and I have not done a Canvas by Numbers custom, and I was absolutely on board to try one of theirs because they have an amazing paint by number quality. Of course I said yes. So let's talk about what comes in a custom kit from Canvas by Numbers, and let's talk about the paints and all of that, and let's get started. So this is their normal packaging. It's got the bubble wrap, and I'd already opened it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull everything out and lay it out, and then we'll take a look. Now, I don't want this to be misleading because I already have the paints numbered and in a foam tray, or in foam trays. So I do want to point out that the way this came, the paints were loose and in a bag, and they didn't have numbers on them. So using the photo reference that they did include with the color schematic, I numbered them with the number stickers that were included, and I put them in the foam trays that my daughter now sells on the website that I will link you to right here and below in the description, where you'll be able to actually click and go to that website. But I did that just so they wouldn't be, you know, laying around everywhere. And because I wanted to go ahead and swatch the paints to have them ready for the video and to see how, you know, I liked them and all that. So I had done that ahead of time. Now I do want to point out that the way that they do their paints is they do put them in numerical order and number order. So what the easiest way to do the paints when you pull the paint pots out of the bag is you just want to go ahead and put them in numerical order based on the number that is on the top of the pot, and then they'll be in the proper order to put the stickers on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, in order that way. That is the way they're numbered here as well. So it makes it a little easier that way. Then if you have the foam paint trays that I sell, or if you have the little plastic storage containers that normally come in the Canvas by Number kits, that kind of thing, that is going to be what's going to work best. Okay, the other reason that these did not come with those plastic containers is because there are 48 colors. Now this one actually came with 45 colors because my photo didn't need 48. So my particular painting didn't require 48 colors. So they pulled 45, which was fine with me. I'm super excited. I mean, you know, like I said, it's really hard to look at a painting and go, I'm going to paint myself. Like it just feels wrong or something. But, you know, it is just one of my favorite pictures of my bridal shoot, so, you know, maybe that'll make it feel better or right or something. I love my bouquet that I made, and so, you know, the colors are pretty and my ring looks pretty, and so, you know, it's one of those things. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it and whatever. The colors inspire me. So that is what came with the kit as far as the paints and how the paints work. Now you'll see the canvas came rolled. It didn't get bent or damaged in any way. It's got this nice hard firm plastic container with the plastic ends on it. I haven't even looked at the canvas. You guys know how I do. I didn't get all the stuff out when I got the kit. I actually just got the paints out, and I got the paints ready, and I put them into the foam trays, and I swatched them, and I was like, don't look at everything, don't look at everything, because it's almost like Christmas. You don't want to look at everything, you just want to peek. Okay, so, oh, it's a little bit of a tinted canvas, which I like. I see a reference guide. Oh yeah, oh that's really weird, seeing my face. Okay, that's really weird. Really weird. Okay. Oh goodness, all right. Now, let's see what we have in here. Let me find something to hold this down with. Okay, so we have the beautiful canvas. It's not beautiful because this is on there, but because it is very nice quality. You guys, this is bigger than a 16 by 20. Okay, I don't know what size this is, but I'm looking way bigger. Okay, I'm not sure I'm happy. I'm feeling a little oversized already. I'm not sure that I'm feeling like I need to be bigger than a 16 by 20. I'm not sure what size this is. Okay, so I'm gonna need to find out. I'm sure they scaled it to make sure it would work with the proper cropping of my photo. So let me measure the art size of this really quickly, and I'll tell you what size it is. Okay, well, I'm feeling better now. It's 15 5/8 by 23 1/2. So what that means is I am taller than I am wide. And that would be the first time in my life that has ever happened. So I'm good with that. All right, I knew it looked longer, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. Let's just go with it. All right, so here is something else we have. It's gonna have the instructions that you will need if you are a beginner, especially. If you are a beginner, that's what I'm here for. Find me on YouTube. If you're watching this video, you have already found me. I'm so sorry. There's the insert that's going to tell you how to get a coupon off your next order for 30% off. Definitely hang on to that. I know I will be. And then we're going to have our wooden paint brushes that come with the kit. Let's see, we got our hangers in there. We have a flat brush and 2 round brushes. Okay. And last but not least, a reference guide. I'm so sorry, y'all. A reference guide, which we always need. And especially with this much detail going on in here, very important to have a reference guide. So hallelujah for this. I do not want to sit here and take pictures of all of this detail if I don't have to. So thank you, Canvas by Numbers, for doing the reference guide. Let me point out about the canvas before I get into the paints that the numbers are red, but they're small, and lines are gray. Yay! Yay for gray lines, you guys! Yay! All right, perfect. There's a light bit of shading, as you can see, very light shading. Love that too, love it. So there's not overpowering shading. Now let's talk about the paints. So I'd be lying if I said I didn't know this palette was going to be yummy delicious before I got it, because I chose this palette. Well, at least I chose this palette, right? But seriously. Okay, and this obviously told me it's time for me to redesign a new swatch guide for 48 colors. I know, y'all, it's a long time past being due. I'm working on it. I've got a million things that I need to be doing, but let's talk about this swatch. Look, yummy deliciousness. Okay, so let's see what we have that might need some work as far as transparency issues. Number one is white. So I've learned that most paint by number companies, this is not necessarily the company that sells the painting. This is more of the manufacturers. They're using a transparent white instead of a titanium white. And I think what's going to probably have to happen is that the companies that are selling it are going to need to know that in order to tell the manufacturer, hey, we need kits that have titanium white and not transparent whites. So that's going to be something probably that the retail company is going to have to communicate to the manufacturer. Don't give us transparent white anymore, give us titanium white. So there's going to be the issue there with the number 1 and the number 40. I didn't have any transparent colors besides the 1 and the 40. Those are the only ones. Translucent or semi-opaque colors, I had just a few. Number 12 is going to be one of those. It's that beautiful golden yellow. And you know what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put down, and there's not going to be a ton of that. Let me just put my color photo here. But there's not going to be much of that at all. It's going to be a little bit in here. So thank goodness I'm not going to be doing a lot of prep. It might even be a little bit in this tree back in here. But that 12 is going to be, if I have to do any prep at all, it'll be a little bit of a light gray. Maybe number 28, it might need a little bit of light gray as well. And I feel like those are the only ones that are going to give me any kind of issues as far as prepping. So I feel pretty confident about this piece. Now, when I go to actually paint this piece, I will be doing some blending. And when they sent me the preview by email, I saw this immediately, and the face kind of like glowed in here. And you know, they only have so many colors, and I'm going to do a side-by-side photo right here to show you the original and to show you the generated paint by number version. So it's like I've spoken about in a video, where when you have a photo with 1 million colors and you have to generate a paint by number version of it with 45 to 48 colors, you're going to lose a lot of the in-between colors that would be there, that they're going to give you some of the detail, right? Like the in-between colors of that, you know, of these right here, the gradients of those colors. So when I go to blend my cheeks, or right up in here and down into my jawline down in here, I'm just going to mix those colors and blend it down. So these are things that would, you know, make another video potentially in the future, even though I've done a skin blending video with a custom painting, that those are things that I will work on. The rest of this, it's not going to require really any blending. The only thing I'm going to need to blend is right here in my face, maybe a little on my hand, and maybe down in here a little bit. So not a lot of blending. That's what I want, you know. I want a painting that I'm not going to have to do a ton of blending on. So that's what I feel like I've been given, is a painting that I can paint, not have to do a lot of perfecting. Anytime you have a custom painting, you guys, that's got people and skin, there's going to be blending, okay? Keep that in mind when you buy a custom painting. Allow for that when you're going to do it for a present or a Christmas gift and you're working on a time crunch. Plan ahead for blending time. That doesn't mean weeks and months. You know, it shouldn't take that long. What I'm saying is, don't let it intimidate you guys, okay? Don't let it intimidate you. Just enjoy the process up to the point where you have to blend. Watch the video. Do a little practice on a paper plate, something just to get the gradients and the method until you feel confident, and then put it on your painting. If that scares the hell out of you, then just remember, y'all, it's just paint, okay? You can go back over it and fix it if you don't like it, but don't make any judgment calls until it's dry. Then do it again and then let it dry, and then do it again and let it dry. And once each layer dries, you're going to see improvement each time, okay? All right, so that's my little lecture for today, all right? Guys, the bottom line of every single paint by number you're ever going to do, whether it's a custom or anything, is enjoy the process, all right? Remember why you're doing it to begin with. Okay, guys, thanks as always for joining me today. I hope you love this Canvas by Number custom as much as I do. I'm super thrilled. I really want to thank Frank and Canvas by Numbers for giving me the opportunity to have this painting and to give this one a shot. And as always, thank you guys for supporting me and for watching my videos and helping me keep my hobby and my passion alive on this channel. And I will see you back soon.